It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already. So he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Herbert off of play action. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete to Chase. And some space here. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
With wide receiver screens, the timing has to be good, and it was on this play. How about the blocking he received right after the catch?
Yeah, that was great. That opened the hole for that big gain. On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 3rd down, Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. They've got his man. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Room here to run. He's at the 30. 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Burrow looking to pass. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, they'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Burrow going to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy?
Herbert has it knocked free.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Oh, he shifts past him. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow loses the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game, or you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big game that time for the Chargers. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Herbert operating from the red zone. Flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A big play that time on a catch and run. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow is going to float this over the middle deep. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Now Burrow loses the football. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll set up a throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. First down. Here's Burrow. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Play action. It's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring.